Hello everyone, welcome back. I'm Joshua and this is Rooftop. In today's workshop, we're going to be looking at an acrylic house. So it's more like a cottage type, you could say, with a scenic landscape at the back. So let's start and see how we go about it. Okay, so I have this ready here. 1 second. Yeah. Alright, so I will start off by drawing the cottage. So we'll have, let's say, the base somewhere around this side over here, this dot, and then we'll take this house all the way back. Oh, hello Mega. Today's workshop is going to be a little fun. So I'll start off by drawing this house over here, just like this. With this we can take a little bit higher. Yeah, that looks much better. Just like that. And then from here, just like this, and over here we'll have the top of the house, and then we can draw the other side, and then we'll have some trees just coming through here. I'll have a small window there, a small window this side, and then right about here on the left side of the house we'll have the door come in. And then we'll have another smaller window this side. So that's our house, and then from the top we can add like some trees at the back. So I'll just very roughly draw where I want the trees, like that. So I know it doesn't look like a tree right now, but we'll get to that when we start the painting. Okay, and then here we'll have some more trees. This side also. So you can see how roughly I am making this sketch. You can have some mountains at the back, like that, and then another one even further back, just like that. There you go, that looks pretty good for the sketch. And we can maybe add, let's see, over here, a little bit this side, and over here also we'll just separate these two trees. Yeah, you can do it with color markers. It might look a little different, but you can still do it with color markers. So even if you have color pencils, you can try to use that. If you have color markers, that also works. Sketch pens. But you can, experiment and see how it looks. It might look a little different since, I'm using paints or using markers, but you can still do it. Okay, so I have this much ready. That is all for our drawing. We're going to keep the drawing very simple. Now, if at all you feel that you need to just add some detail, you can just shade this part a bit so you know that here is the door, and then maybe this side, because this is not necessary, it's just an extra part that I'm showing you. So you can have some shadow falling there, and then the same thing here. And the same thing for the roof also. So I'm doing it very lightly. There you go, like that. So you can see how it's already starting. You can understand where the lighting is, the shadow is. Like that. Okay. Now we can start with the painting. So I'll take my flat brush. I'll pick some white color paint. And then add a little bit of blue in it. That might be a little too much. Let's see. Yeah, that is too dark. We don't want it to be that dark also. So I'll remove a little paint, a little white color. One second, I have some dried paint sticking out of here. I'll remove that later since I don't want to get my hands dirty right now while I paint. And yeah, this seems much better. There you go. So I'll take this, put it down there, and then over here also we can just paint over this. We don't need to be too worried about it. A little bit this side. I'll clean my brush. I'll just add a dot of yellow into this with a little bit more white, and then I can start painting. Seems to be too much water. I'll add a bit more white to thicken it. So Megha, are you making this painting along with me? So you want the sky to be very light. We don't want it to be very dark. There you go, like that. This much should be good enough. Let me show you. I hope this is not too bright. Okay, I think that should be good. Yeah. Okay, just like this. Alright. Now I can take some blue color. I'll apply this to this mountain here. Like that. I'll clean my brush because now I'll take another color. So this is going to be slightly advanced, but I'll try to explain it as simple as possible. Or even if you feel like something is too confusing, you can just try copying what I do, and that should help you make a similar painting as well. this. Okay, it's a little hard to draw this. That's okay, you can just draw it however you can, and then you can try painting. Okay, so over here now I'll take a little bit brown and I'll mix it in this. Take a little brown, mix it in. I'll add some blue color also. So we want it to be slightly brown in color. Just like this. Okay, maybe that's too much blue. Yeah, this is much better. Like that. And then I'll just cover this part up. Over here also I'll cover this area. Like that. I'll just rewind the video and yeah, sure, you can do that. You can rewind the video and then you can come back to where we are, or maybe you can just try following the video over there itself. Okay, now I'll take some yellow color and white with a little bit of brown and start painting this area right here, the mountain. Now we want to show that sunlight is falling onto this. So just like that. That looks nice. Then I can take a little bit of this darker color. Like that. So now when I lift it up, you can see how we made this entirely yellow. Okay, now once we're done with that, I will take white color again, a little bit of yellow also, and now I'll add a little bit of brown, a little bit, not too much brown, maybe a little more yellow, and a tiny bit of red. Okay, that red is too strong. Like this. Then I can just add a little bit over there. So I'll show you again. I'll take some white color. Make sure there's not much water in your brush. Take a little bit of yellow. Then add brown color into it. Just like this. Then with your finger you can just start tapping it around to give it a bit of texture. So let me show you again. Let's apply this wet paint down here. Then with my finger I can just start spreading this so that it looks like, you know, there's some texture at the back. Same thing here. I'll just add a little bit of brown and then spread it using my finger. A little bit here. Okay. And I will take a little bit of white. Not too much. Now we'll mix it in the same color. Okay, that became dark. So you can see it's very subtle, but I will still add this over here. Then just spread it out with my finger like that. They go like this, and now for now I'll leave it as it is. Then later on, once we come back, we can see what we can do after that. Okay, now I will take some blue color, a little bit of white, here you can see a little bit of white, a little bit of green also. So for the 5:30 stream, we'll be doing another acrylic painting workshop only. For the 5:30 stream, we'll be painting an acrylic lotus. Okay, so I'll take a bit more blue, add a little bit of red in here to darken it up. We don't want it too dark also. I'll add a little bit of white in it. Just like this. And this one will be relatively darker, but not too dark also. Now this is still a little dark. Like that. Then I can add some yellow color in this to lighten it up a bit. I'll add yellow to just the tip at the bottom. Maybe you can lighten this up a bit more. Over here I can spread it a bit with my finger. Just enough to make it a little bit, you know, blurry type. Okay, now I'm so done with that. I will take some more white over here, add a bit of yellow, add a little bit of brown into this. Maybe take a little bit more white, a small amount of green. I'll start adding this to the background over here, and then I can take it a little bit onto the mountain also, like this, and then just merge it like that. And so now you can see we're having this mountain create some, you know, some distance also. that. A little bit of blue. Oh, that's too much blue, but that's okay. I think this should still work. Yeah, this still works here. So I'll try to keep it as simple as possible. A bit over there, a little bit this side. Then take some white color again, add a little bit of yellow. So you see, we're using quite a bit of yellow because we want to show sunlight. Like this, I'll just apply this over here, and maybe a little bit like that. So you can see how we already have these mountains at the back, and then some sort of farm at the back also, right after the mountains. And maybe over here now I can take a bit of blue, mix it in this color. I can dry my brush out and then just start applying bits and pieces over here like that. Take a bit more green, mix it in, a bit of brown and a bit of blue also. So this is called dry brushing. Now I took paint in my brush, right? Now I'll wipe a bit on my cloth and then just start pulling it down at certain parts. And then with my finger I can in a way make it blend like that. Now you see the mountain has textures at the back. So I'll do the same thing here. I won't cover the entire thing, just little portions. And then I'll spread it out with my finger. Now you see we have very textured, and looks like there's some plants also at the back, just like that. Maybe over here also a little bit I can add. Okay. Fine. So Megha, how is your drawing coming along? Are you still doing it? Okay, I'll take some yellow, take a little bit of red to get this orangish color. Add a tiny bit of white. You don't need much right now, just a small amount. Maybe a little bit more white. Lighten this color up a bit, add this over here, and then just with some small dots like that in between. Okay. Okay, now we can start painting the trees. So I will take another palette because now in this I have a lot of space covered. So I'll take another palette and then I can start, doing the left side over here. So I'll start with some green. I'll put it in the corner and then maybe a little bit of brown because this green seems to be very, very vibrant. And we don't need it to be that vibrant also. Okay, so I'll take some green here and then just start dabbing it down like this. Oh, Imran. Hello. It's been a while. It's been a while since I've seen quite a few of you. Firstly, I'm Kashinath and Megha is next to me watching. Secondly, for some reason I can't do this because this, but I'll be waiting for shading streams. Oh, it's okay. Yeah, so this is a little bit difficult, this workshop. So it's more of an intermediate to advanced type, but that is okay. See, when you try to learn, right, you don't need to have the exact same outcome as I do. But the whole purpose of this workshop is to, just do something new basically. You don't have to copy me. It doesn't need to be a one-to-one replica. It doesn't need to be, super advanced or anything like that, or super realistic. But by doing these workshops, you can, or by trying to do paintings that you haven't really done before, or maybe you're struggling with, it opens a new it's an experience basically. So maybe next time you want to make something simpler, but the techniques and the colors maybe that you learn from this will help you for that painting. So think of it in that sense, not in the way that you have to make this exact same painting as I am doing, or the exact same results as I am getting. Because once again, you're very young, so you still have a lot of time to, practice. Okay, then here also I will apply some paint. And I can take some green color again and mix some brown color in it. And if it is too thick, you can just take very little water and then mix it. Just like this. Yeah, so we'll start with the darker color always and then move on to the lighter ones. So the same thing here also, I can just apply some of this dark color here. I'll just put this color all over here actually. And you see I'm doing it in a very random manner. I'm not trying to draw or paint each and every leaf. I'm just seeing whatever shapes are there and then I'm putting those shapes down. Okay, and then I'll take my yellow color and mix it in this. Now I've run out of brown, so I can just put some brown color once again. I'll refill the yellow also, since I'm very low on yellow. Okay. Oh, okay, no worries. I will let you know when we have our shading streams as well. It's good that you're taking an interest. Yeah, there you go. That is much better. So we want it to be very subtle. Just like this. And you see, I'm just putting small dabs. I'm not going for anything too specific or too with too much of outline and structure. That. Okay, then I'll take a lot more yellow and mix it in here. Maybe take a little bit of blue also, so that we can see what type of green we get. Now this seems to be too vibrant, so I'll just add some brown color in it, so that we can dim it down a little. Yeah, that looks much better. Just like this. Add some branches falling out there. Okay, I'll remove a little bit of paint now. I'll take only yellow and mix it over here separately. So let me show you, like this over here. I'm mixing this separately. Take a little bit of brown to dim it down, a little bit of brown to dim it down. I know, it's just rhyming. Well, if you want a wrap workshop, I can definitely not do that, as you just saw. Okay, I'll take a little bit more yellow to lighten this up. You see, it can take some time, to mix the colors, and that's very common, especially with how strong these colors can get. Put a little bit here, a few strokes this side. That. They can see it lightening up quite a bit, or lighting up. I'm still struggling to find the right term for that. And we'll keep a bit of gap so that even the slightly darker colors can be seen also through it. Over here I'll add a little bit, because I don't want it to look like it's just randomly standing out over here. It looks like a blank spot. I don't want that to happen. Yeah, that looks good. And then maybe I'll just lighten this up a little bit more and put it onto the corner over here. Like that. So let me just lift this up and show you what exactly it is. There you go. That's how it looks. So now I took a bit of a lighter color and I'm going to just add it like this. A little bit this side, a little bit here. You can take a bit of brown and mix it in. Now once you add this, this seems to be a much better color. It doesn't seem too bright, it doesn't seem too dark. Seems like it's just the right color. Like that. There you go. Now this light seems to be reflecting quite a bit. So I think I can just reduce the brightness of this light. Or what if we change colors? Okay, that should be relatively better. Yeah, there you go. And the same color, I'll just put it down over here since we have this color onto this area as well. No, I should have done all the darker colors everywhere first, but it's okay. This side. Yeah, look at that. It looks so good already. Okay, and then I can take this color and start applying it in the middle of this wherever I feel it is needed, like over here to the sides. A little bit over here. So you see, I'm just covering up these areas. Like that. This also I can bring it inwards a little bit, and then I'll take a bit of this darker green, add a bit of brown in it. If we add red color in green, it darkens. just like that. And in the same color, I'll apply it onto this side. You can lighten it up again with the color we already have prepared on the side, these lighter colors. I'll mix it with that. So I'll keep reusing most of the colors that I have. Oh, look at that, it's already looking so good. Well, I ended up painting my hand. Okay, 1 second. So Kashinath is Megha trying to, recreate this painting? Or has she stopped as well? I'll take a bit more yellow and just apply it. Okay, that's too green. And one of the reasons why it is, too greenish is because I have already a lot of green paint in my brush. Megha doesn't know what to do. Okay, you know what, you can join me for the next one as well. That one will be simpler as compared to this. So this is, you can see it's quite advanced. There's a lot of colors, there are a lot of shapes, so it can be a little overwhelming also. Okay, now, and we can still add some darker colors. So I'll add this over here. Oh, okay, next stream only you will be there. Okay, no problem. Next stream, since you don't have, paints with you, you can, try to draw what I draw in the next stream. That way you can, at least improve or learn one aspect, if not the other. So here I'll just dab it like this, very randomly. Okay, Megha and Maithili will be watching TV. No problem. There's no issue in that. Okay, like this. Let's clean this brush up real quick. Take some of this relatively lighter color. Sorry about that sound. Add a bit of this in between like that, a little bit here and then coming downwards as well. Yeah. Okay. Now I'll leave this part because now we have a lot of green happening. So I'll move on to the next part, which is this area here and the house. So for this part, I will take some brown color. I'll switch my palettes so that by the time the other one dries, I can use that for a different color. So if you have a relatively big palette or a medium palette, that would be much more preferable, especially when you have so many colors to be working around with. You feel that I'm gloomy today? No, there's nothing like that. I'm just too focused on the painting, and plus I reduce the lighting so it looks like I'm gloomy, but if I increase it like this, there you go, much brighter now. Okay, so I will take some brown color and then some white as well. I will be using a lot of white. Maybe I just felt it. Maybe. But don't worry about it. I'm doing great. So I'll mix a bit of yellow in it. Now, normally if you have burnt umber, it would be much better than the brown I'm using. Because I'm using burnt sienna, which has a very peachish kind of color. Whereas if you use burnt umber, that will give you a nice brown color as compared to this peach when you lighten it up. So now let me see. I can add, I think, a bit of blue to dim it down. Let's see if that works. Yeah, this should be okay. I'll just apply one layer of this down. Like that. Okay, now I'll take a little bit of green and mix it into this. And then I can start, look at that, that looks so much better. A little bit of blue, mix it in here, and then just add some sort of texture at the bottom. Basically, you can add a bit of yellow. I'll add this separately. A bit of yellow here, maybe a little more yellow, a very tiny amount of red. Okay, you know what, I'll clean my brush first. Okay, I'll take some yellow, some white, take some white color, and a little bit of red. Also gotta go eat, everyone is starving. Yeah, sure, you can go. There's no worries. Thank you for joining me. And if at all you do come for the next one, I'll see you then. So this is supposed to be more yellowish, but we can work around that in just a bit. Let's remove this extra layer of paint. I'll take some white color with a little bit of yellow and paint over this. Yeah, there you go. That's the color we were looking for. More of this yellowish color. Like that. Okay. Now we're getting towards the final part, which is the house. So for the house, again, I'll take white. Mix a little bit of blue in it. Mix a little bit of yellow. Now I'm going to make my own green color. Like that. Then mix a little bit more blue, not too much. Over here, and then I can add a bit more blue and a bit more yellow also. Just like this. Then mix a little bit of brown and we can do the shadow over here. Like that. And I'll just cover a little bit more. Okay. I'll take some yellow color and just start adding this on top. I'll add some very slight yellow color in between. Oh, it doesn't seem to be quite visible. Yeah, there you go. Much better. a little bit there, a little here, just like that. Then I'll take more white. Okay, there's too much water in my brush. Take a little bit of brown and blue. So you want it to be slightly, not that dark. Just when I say slightly. So I'll cover this part up like that. Maybe add some other color also into it. Maybe a little bit of green and blue. Yeah, that will look much better. Let's see. That, and then finally for the door, I'll take a bit of brown, and then a little bit of yellow. Like that, and there we go. Oh wait, we can add a few darker colors. I'll mix a bit of brown in this blue, and then we can just add these doors and windows over here. A bit like that. A bit this side. A small chair to sit. There you go, like that. So this is a final artwork. This is what we have made. So I hope you enjoyed that workshop, and I will see you all again at 5:30. So take care and bye-bye.